Yo, Psycho, what's going on, man? We're gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the missions for the last chance beta, so let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Yo, peoples! Hopefully my mic didn't cut it off where it says, like, oh, you're screaming too long, so we gotta cut that off and quiet your voice. But, yo, peoples, Q92 here to bring you the last bit of the last chance beta of Nioh 2 before the game goes quiet, before it launches in March. Now, here's the thing. I never turned this game off when I stopped my stream, I don't think. Actually, I think I did. Then I booted it back up, but then I fell asleep, and I woke up at around maybe 5:30, maybe about 6, and the game was still running. So I kind of got up and just started playing it again. Now here's the thing. I completed the Twilight mission off camera, but we're going to run through it again so you guys can see what's all in it. And then we're going to take on the less difficult Masters of the Three Evils mission. So we're going to actually take on the Twilight mission because it's more difficult, but we're actually going to see if we can get a squad together to, you know, get us through it a little bit quickly, because I don't want to spend too much time, because my last stream trying to play through this beta was from one stage. Went up for almost it went for about 5 hours. Don't want to go that long tonight because I was playing Skyrim before I started this back up, and I'm trying to make this OP Dragon Priest type character, and I want to get back into that. But I'm not gonna, you know, overly rush this. But let's see about getting a squad together for this. And I kind of leveled myself up a little bit. I kind of leveled up some skills, like for my yokai form, lasting longer in it, and taking the depletion of my yokai shift is a little bit lower. The more damage, when I get damage, it depletes it less. So I'm probably gonna try and focus on more skills in there, but not too much, because none of this is gonna matter after the beta's over with and the new game comes out. It's when the game officially comes out that everything that I do in here actually sticks. So, you know. But we're going to go ahead and actually see about joining in with a group. So what we're going to do is we're going to specify a mission. So we already did sunsets on Mount Tenno yesterday, and I've already did the Blood-Tainted Samurai earlier this morning. So we're going to pull this up and see if we can grab a squad. Hopefully it's a good one so we can get through it completely. And then we're going to run through it. And then the last mission, the Masters of the Three Evils, I'll run through by myself. But I want to run through this Twilight mission because it is difficult. And there's a lot of hard-hitting enemies. But granted, I've been leveling myself up, so it shouldn't be that difficult to go through. And we got some people, so that's good. And we have Vitarov here. I guess we're waiting on another person to pop up. More than likely, we're going to get another person here because a lot of people like this game. Now, it is difficult, mind you. But overall, the game is fun. It really is. Plus, I love the whole concept of, hey, we got another one! Alright, we're good. So as long as everyone is ready, I got myself some better weapons, some level 20 weapons, so going up against some of these enemies is going to be a lot less strenuous. And I have myself in party chat, so that I'm not disturbing the people on the other side, and they're not just constantly hearing me mouth off or anything like that, so it'll be a lot less on them, a lot less annoying for them if I'm not talking the whole way through. But we're just going to wait and see how we go from here. Also, we faced off against some new yokai, including the yokai boss that's going to be a part of this stage here. So you know me, I like to read out the lore for these yokai so you guys can know a little bit more about them. So as soon as we're done with this mission here, we're going to go through all the yokai illustrations and find out about some of the other guardian spirits that we actually gain as well. So, hopefully these people that I have are good and a lot better than me, because you guys have seen how I played. And yeah, Once renowned for the majesty of its elevated main hall, the roots of this ancient temple are said to lie in the Heian period, where an unknown monk gathered the bodies of, well, we can't read that now. Oh well. It's fine, you guys can just pause it and then we can go from there. Squad is ready to roll up. And I gotta look at this sword! Oh, this is what a hockey-imbued sword would look like. But look at the black blade with the... Wait, what? I forget. I honestly forget what type of sword this is. Okay, it's a pure sword, which is good. Ah, dang it! I've already messed up. And it's all my fault. And I don't even have enough anima to actually use my skills. I'm sorry for already starting off on a bad foot. Enki is not my friend. I can tell you guys that right now. He's my least favorite yokai due to just how much he can tank. Thankfully, this is a game where you can just level up your weapons to ridiculous levels, and as you go to different difficulties, you wind up getting even better gear. So when you go back to lower difficulties, from higher difficulty, with higher difficulty weapons, you just mop the floor with everybody. That's why I love Nioh. When you beat the game on higher difficulties, like I beat it on Way of the... I want to say Way of the Demon? Which is one tier lower than Way of the Wise, which is like the hardest difficulty where everyone can literally one-shot you. Almost like Dante Must Die mode from Devil May Cry. But with the insanely powerful weapons I have there, I can just go back to like literally the easiest difficulty and I just mop the floor with everybody, and it's so therapeutic because I earned every single weapon that I got. It's so nice. Can't wait to make your guys so OP. Neither can I. And if there's a way for me to make it so that I can... No, 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 no! I'm sorry. Revive them! We lost because of me. We need to do that over. I am so sorry we lost because of me. I'm willing to go through that again. But this time, I'm actually going to pay attention. Yee! That actually did hurt, though. Eateroff, Jewel 591567, please forgive me. They can't hear me. You and your companion have parted ways. Okay, so you're gonna have to find another group. That was entirely my fault because I kept getting hit and I kept trying to do extra. It's William! So now we're just waiting on another. This time, I'm not gonna go overboard. Take them on one at a time. This is not a game where you can just rush through. You can only rush through if you have absolutely high omnipotent weapons and can just easily mop the floor with people. This is not a game where you can just, where if you think you can just overpower them, unless you have the right stuff, it ain't gonna happen, Captain. This is a game where you gotta take your time and think about what you're gonna do. And that stamina bar is everything. If you run out of that and you get hit, you set yourself up for failure. So basically like any other type of Souls game. So now we just gotta be patient and wait. Parted ways. I'm not taking this mission on by myself because then it's going to be a long stream. And I'm already running out of light. Not that I can't turn my room light on, mind you. But at the same time, I don't want to spend all night trying to take this on. Yes! We got a crew! Let's do this! This time, I'm gonna be patient. I'm not gonna overdo it. That N key messed me up, and that's why our bar got reduced. When an unknown monk gathered the body of those killed in combat and provided them with a proper burial. After many years of war, the masters of Grades here now lie untended, the dead restless and resentful due to being forsaken by the living. With nowhere to go, many have transformed into yokai and will attack any humans who dare approach the village. I think I may have got that. I wonder what the level cap's going to be in this game. Well, in the first Nioh, I think I'm currently like level 300 and something. And I believe that's after the updates and all the DLC, though I could be entirely wrong. But the level cap, I don't know. I can't remember what the level cap is for the first Nioh, but I'm in the 300s. Ha! Look at that shot! Yo! That's a good way to start. That's a good way to start. I took that horn out and made him weaker, and then he was at our mercy. What happened? I blinked and he was dead. Okay, these guys are obviously strong, and they've been playing this for a minute. Why is the health bar still there? Questions for later. I think that final hit on him was me. Yep. I gotta watch my stamina. If I get stun locked, it's over. Ha 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 ha! And the good thing about this type of game is that you can just, when you get into like deep weapon customization territory, you can really start to gear your weapons the way you play. Like the weapons I have set up on, like my character that I have on William in the first Nioh, he has omnipotent damage on him, like familiarity bonuses and everything. Bring him back. Watch yourselves! We cannot afford to die here whatsoever. And if we do die, we can't afford for that bar to get low. We stay together. The boss is up there in that tower. But we need to take out every single person here, though. Oh no! We cannot have you die. We need to be careful. Thankfully, taking out yokai in their little clouds, they replenish your bar if you're with people in co-op, so that's something to keep note of. So, and I love the fact that Nioh's the type of game where if you go to like higher difficulties, like does really difficult high difficulties, like where I'm currently at right now, and you go back to like the singular difficulties and help people out right there, you just mop the floor with everybody and you just help everybody out, and it's so nice. It's so nice just for me to run in full ninja garb, or maybe even knight garb, and my weapons look like wooden swords, and I just mop the floor with everyone, and everyone's looking at me and bowing, all like, yes, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm over here looking like a knight from England, beating all these enemies with wooden swords and wooden weapons. It looks like wooden weapons, but they're not, so it's nice. Run away! Who that? Who throwing stuff? Game of cat and mouse, come on down. Now, these dual swords I have, I believe these are... all my weapons are pure, but I believe my dual swords does the most damage. Sit down, Skellimans! I did not expect that shot. I didn't expect that shot to actually hit. That actually kind of surprised me. Woo, woo. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, you could have sneaked on him! I'm gonna be that type that'll help random people after I make my guy OP. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I got my stuff so OP that helping people out on like the first 3 difficulties, it's not hard, and I kind of love the way they act when they see. I love the way they act when they see like this dude in a knight outfit just completely wreck any and everything in one singular hit. It's nice. I might actually play Nioh again and do a stream on it one day. There's a Biwa player. We need to take him out. Where is he at? Okay, there's a Biwa player around here. Ah! My team! I need to be with my team. There he is! No more Biwa player and no more resurrections. Woo! Oh, don't like that. I definitely don't like that. And I don't think I ever got a Biwa core from the first time this... I don't think I ever got like a yokai core from a Biwa player from the first beta. Alright, we need to take out this N key. Sit down! We need to take that horn off. Yes, there we go. Don't get cocky. Watch your health. I put points into being resistant to the dark realm, so it should help out with my ki coming back faster. Bring the hammer down! It is now getting dark inside of my room. And as you can see, the co-op bar has been completely filled. Alright, this is it. This is gonna be the boss. You don't know why you just put barbecue chips on pizza and it was nice? Well, I mean, chips and pizza fits really well. Oh no, farewell! Ah, got an extra elixir. There's the boss, the Mizuki. Think, what is that? Think Ludwig from Bloodborne. Essentially what he is. A giant horse yokai demon. The horns are broken! He doesn't have any additional power! Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh, help! I need to get away! I got to get away! But thankfully, yokai abilities are stronger in the yokai realm. I'm gonna shift into yokai as soon as we get his health low enough. We got ourselves another Mizuki core, which will be very beneficial to me. And yet another successful mission. Wow, y'all cannot see me at all! It's dark! Where's a weapon weakening talisman when you need one? Seriously! Hey Brandon, what's going on? Let me go ahead and close the window. People don't need to be looking in my room outside. Yeah, it's funny, because I got the points for a weakness talisman, but I didn't put any in. But it's good to see you, Brandon. It's good to see you, CJ. We got one other mission to go through. And we got ourselves another extra Mizuki core, which I can't tell if this is a higher level than the one I got. We're going to have to check when we get back to the shrine. And we have a lower level mission to go through, which I'm going to run through by myself. So we have the Biwa, which has nothing. It doesn't even have a yokai ability to it. It's just there for stats. Always a pleasure. Hey, man, it's always good to see and hear from you. Both you and Chris. I know we've been kind of busy, so we can't game like we want to, but it's always good to hear from you. All right, so we're going back to the hut. Have you ever heard or seen or heard of the film Rear Window? Nope, but I kind of look at mines whenever I'm driving, when I'm, driving, so... I've seen a Rear Window multiple times, but I have not seen the film Rear Window. But let's go ahead and look at some more yokai illustrations. Now, since I played through with some people earlier this morning, we have more descriptions of more yokai that I initially didn't unlock earlier. I may save that for afterwards, but we have like a different look at some yokai like the Yoki. And we have more information on the Enki, the Ipondatara, some of the Dweller, the Oni-B, which we've already looked through. Skeleton Warrior! Skeleton Warrior! The Mitsume Yazura, which I helped kill with some people, and they kind of have him in here now. This thing still is like one of the creepiest yokai I have ever seen. Like the heads and everything reminds me of like an old school Japanese B monster movie. The Nureona, we've already seen this one. Toxic Slime. Turns out this Toxic Slime was in the first stage, but I never fought it because I never went... It was in that same area where the Snake Woman was, but I never went in that specific side of the area where she was slithering around killing me in order to cause this thing to pop up and for me to fight it. So that thing was in the first stage this entire time, but I just never went to the area where it was. But the Toxic Slime is in here. We have more information on the Aberrant Soldier. We got info on the Biwa player. We already know how he is. Karasu Tengu. So we got more information on that one. Well, we already know about the Ubume. We already know about the Fartin Rat Yokai Tesso. Then we got more information on Mizuki. So we got the initial one, and we got its final description, so that's actually kind of cool. And I've taken this thing out 4 times. When did I take this thing out 4 times? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. When did I take this thing down 4 times? Questions for later. Ryomen's Sukuna, we got the full description of this one. Jimmy Stewart's Ghost, there's a young man up there playing video games. I think he might be streaming? If there was ever a ghost in my house, that's probably what they would be saying about me. But we got the full description of the Ryomen Sukuna, so we're going to look through that when we get the chance, but we'll check that out later. Right now, we still have one more thing to look at. Also, if you go and receive boons from like the status menu, you can change your appearance so you can look just like William. Ah, good old William. But that'll be something for later. I'm still wondering about the whole remodel hut. Like, you can change the entire hut you're in. So do you start off with like a... Can you do it doing Jimmy Stewart's voice? I'm trying to remember. Who's Jimmy Stewart again? Hold on. I'm having a complete brain fart right now. Hold on, Jimmy. Oh. Okay, let me tell you something about Jimmy Stewart. I don't think I've ever heard his voice. Rear Window. Oh, 1954 film. I have never seen that. I can definitely say I've never seen that film. I've seen a lot of different old-timey movies and shows, like from Three Stooges and the Swing Parade, but I've never seen Rear View. But this is interesting. These tea utensils, hanging scrolls. I feel like when the official game comes out, we're going to see us go from like this old rudimentary storage hut into like a more... As the story goes on, we'll get to change different huts and go higher and higher in quality. Kind of like how you do in Monster Hunter World, where you start off with your own basic room, and then you upgrade into a literal mansion room by the time Iceborne hits. So I feel like we're going to have a place worthy of a king by the time you get into Endgame here. But we'll worry about that later. Another thing I want to point out is I might have grabbed it all already, but if you were to go over specific spots of the map, like go to specific points, it'll actually give you items and tell you about specific parts of the map. Of course, I already grabbed them all, so I can't really show... Perfect! 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 Thank you, God. Thank you for not letting me get this one. So, there are certain parts of the map, like each building, you might as well just look over them. But there are certain parts of the map where it'll tell you about it and also give you items. Like, I just got a sacred ash from here, and it tells you that Mount Koya is considered a holy Buddhist site. It is home to over 100 temples that were constructed during the Heian period by the monk Kukai, the founder of Shingon Buddhism. Have I had a chance to read any of the latest X-Men X-Verse books? I haven't, but I heard that they're really good. So if I got any people here that have been playing this beta... we got another one. A sacred brush. They're really trying to make me pronounce all these. Okay, hold on. Amano Hashidate is a sandbar that is considered one of the 3 views of Japan, a collection of Japan's most celebrated sites. It has long been lauded for its beauty, appearing in many songs that sing its praises. In the Japanese creation myth, it is said to be the heavenly bridge that allowed Izanami and Izanagi to descend from the heavens to the earth. Interesting. But we got that little thing there. It's always good to check around these environments because you never know what free items you can get. And it's very precise, so I can imagine people are going to be... I can imagine that people are going to be scouring locations. I can already see, like, where are these hidden locations on the map? And people are going to be putting up points like, go point here, here, here. There's going to be FAQs all over the place for just finding out what specific stuff are. And I'm already scouring the whole place, seeing if I got anything. Because I mostly grabbed a lot of it off camera. But, yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do, we are going to level up. And I've been putting a lot into key so I can upgrade my sword. And I can level it up a lot. Constantly increase the damage of my sword, but I should probably increase my health because that's something I've been grossly neglecting. What we can do... Now, let's put it into health. Yeah, let's put it all into health. Too bad we can't do like the girl who doesn't want to get hit, so she puts all her stats into defense. Too bad we can't do it that way. I think that's the reason why games kind of shy away from you being able to put points into defense now, and they just put it towards increasing your health and your stamina and resistances rather than full-on defense buffs, because if you max that out, then you basically become her. So, I like that YouTube channel, Geography Now. I have not seen that, I don't think. I could be drawing a blank. Let's manage these soul cores and see if what I have is comparable to what I've actually been using. Because I know I've been leveling up some cores here and there. Alright, so this Enki core I maxed out, but we got some sort by level. Alright, so this Mizuki core is 24, this one's 25. Alright, so this gives me an anima charge bonus to the anima gauge, equipment drop rate during yokai shift, and increases my attack during yokai shift. This one gives me an anima bonus, item drop rate versus humans. And this one increases my attack up by 1. Too bad you can't, like, when you're fusing a soul core into another one, you can't choose to carry over some stats from one to the other. Don't know if that's going to be like an end tier thing that they do, but it would be nice because not every core is going to have like profitable stats for you. So it would be nice if you're able to somehow do that, so you can hold on to a core that you are used to and just level it up. I would not be surprised if that's something they introduce later, like being able to level up cores alongside yourself. Cores are going to play a big part in gameplay. I feel like people are going to come up with builds where they can just spam yokai abilities or spam yokai shift and make it so that they can go into that form whenever they choose. I can't wait for those days and the inevitable day when it gets buffed out. Rest in peace, Sloth Talisman and Weakness Talisman. And rest in peace, Ninjutsu Power. You literally could kill bosses with just Storm Kunai over and over and over and over and over again. But I digress. We'll move on. Because if I don't, then we're going to be here all night. And though I have all night, I don't want to keep you guys all night. Alright, so that stage was level 21. It is the recommended level for it. When you become an even bigger channel, you too will do promos for Raid Shadow Legends. I have no idea. I hear the pay's good, though, for people who do promos for that game. Whew. Can you imagine me getting paid to make videos and doing this? Can you imagine? The day that happens, I will jump for joy for a whole hour straight. I probably won't, because I'll get tired after 5 minutes. But I will be happy. But the day I get asked to do a promo for it... for Raid Shadow Legends? Who knows? That money could be used to good use. Like my savings account for the day I eventually move out. But I digress. We've leveled up enough where the difficulty level for this Twilight mission is now just one single sword. But this one, the recommended level is 14 and the difficulty is 3 swords. Even though this is supposed to be the more difficult mission. Let's take it on. So, I forgot to say the new non-lethal Hour of Legends. One thing I forgot to say during my stream yesterday was that this is the guy that owns the tea house and is in charge of the tea house during the events of Nioh 1. Now, I recognize him because he's the only character with that significantly thin, curving mustache. So how he went from being whatever this generally is now to the person who's just chilling in a tea house telling you how wars are going on between clans and players and they're doing their own different things makes me wonder. Huh. Let me try a voice here. Oh, it's you. So you've been learning a thing or two from that master swordsman, right? I knew I'd seen that technique somewhere before. How strange for one to still be so attached to the way of the blade, even in death. How about we put that beautiful swordsmanship to good use? I'd need entertaining, after all. Alright, let's see what awaits us in here. Nothing, naught but death and misery. Shigi-san Castle on the border between Yamato and Kawachi was once home to Matsunaga Hisahide, the man who chose to launch a revolt against Oda Nobunaga, seemingly from out of nowhere. Oda responded by waging one of the bloodiest and most horrific sieges in history, in which Hisahide perished. Even now, a malign atmosphere remains, fueled by dread, pain of starvation and dehydration, resentment towards those who fled, suspicions of traitors. suspicion of traitors, and the impotent rage of those who perished, and draws all manner of wicked yokai to Mount Shiki and the abandoned castle. Can I do Samurai Warriors 2 English voice? Have not played that game, so it probably might be tricky for me to do it. And it's a good thing I have chat up here on the side, because PlayStation's chat now has frozen up. This happened to Swillow, and I hate it when it happens here. Because if you guys are talking and I can't see it, then it's disappointing. Oh! So this is a one-on-one fight. Alright, so we have some stats we can put in here. Feel the embrace of the Demon King. I was practicing my voice for the mouth of Sauron. Actually, hold on. I can extend my mic out a little bit. I was practicing with the voice of Sauron, and I was seeing how deep I can make my volume go for my voice before we get started with this fight. I was going... My master, Sauron the Great, bids thee welcome. Is there any in this route with authority to treat with me? It's kind of deeper. My snowball mic would probably pick it up a lot better, but I've just been practicing with the voice of the mouth of Sauron. So I was just messing around with that. But I honestly have not heard the voice of the Samurai Warriors 2 English voice. So, yeah, I can't really give you a try on that. I'd rather hear the voice and make sure. But let's get some good stats in here. Perform a quick attack when switching weapons after a successful ki pulse. Increase the maximum amount of ki that can be recovered by ki pulse by 30% for certain active skills. Nobunaga's voice. Alright. I actually kind of forgot his English voice as well. Wait a minute! Samurai Warriors 2! I just now remember. I played Samurai Warriors, but I didn't play 2. But I'm trying to remember how his voice sounded, because I did play as Nobunaga. Dang, I can't remember his voice. I'm sorry. Let's increase bow damage, because if we're going to fight this guy, then... If we're going to fight this guy, then I kind of want to get the first shot off. Now, let's see. Reduce the depletion of the yokai shift gauge by 20% when taking damage in yokai form. Increase the amount of amrita earned. Increase the rate in which you gain anima by 3%. I should have put more points into this so I could get this, so that way I can actually access some of my skills a bit quicker. But we'll see how difficult this is. I'll level this up. It's just that simple. Fire in the hole! Sit down, boy. I love this music. I listen to it every chance I get. There's nothing! I love this. Oh, you got me trapped in here. Did he blow himself up with his own bomb? The heck is wrong with you, man? not good at all. Oh crap! And you know what? I'm faring a lot better than I did with Toshie Maeda. So I'm willing to do that right again. I'm willing to do that again. Because I know I can beat him. Almost had him. Yes, that's because I kept trying to do my counters too early. What is this? Ah. Oh, you think that's funny? Sit down, plebeian! See, I got a little bit cocky there, but it is a lot difficult because I'm a higher tier, I'm a higher level than him, so I'm doing far more damage than I should be. I'm over leveled for this fight, but it's kind of my overconfidence that's causing me to fail this. How did you survive? No! No! I'm hitting the counter! Nope. No! Sit down! Whoa! I can honestly say that went a lot better than me taking on Toshie from the last beta. Granted, I'm over leveled. Wasn't Goemon in the last one? I don't think so. I think you made him angry. Counter game was tight. Hey man, this is why I love using the single sword, because this counter has helped me numerous times in the first game. Counter game will save you, especially on harder difficulties. And if you get a sword and you level it up and you put the skill like thrust attacks and backstabs on there, it is deadly. Counter is the name of the game. That and the fact that Sekiro caused me to rely on parries and counters as well. So yeah.
あの世が見えたわ。二度も死んではたまらんわ。
What? Possessed by Itokuri via Spirit Division.
さて、茶にするか。
I guess after we beat him, he resorts to being inside the tea house that we know him to be in during the events of the first Nioh. And I recognize this place! Yeah, this is from the first Nioh game! This is one of the castles where you had to fight that spider boss lady in there. And this is from... Yeah, this is it! This is the location where you had to come to the castle and fight the spider boss, the yokai spider lady. I forget what it's called, and I forget what she's called, but this is the exact same place! Everything is literally from the first game, except for us being able to go down there, and there's a whole environment down there that you normally would have been able to go to, like doors that's past there, ladders that go up different places, different yokai and yokis and different humans everywhere. This place was literally swarming with different yokai in the first game, and one of these, I believe it's in the back area of that room. Oh man, so many memories from Nioh is coming back. In the back of this entire complex here, there was a spring where you can go into, and it'll be like a healing spring. Wow, so much of the first game, and whew, man, memories. So many memories. But it's time to end the mission. I knew it was gonna let us do a one-on-one fight. Bit my tongue again. I knew it was gonna let us do a one-on-one fight with somebody before this beta was over, but yeah, that's pretty much all the missions running through with people. I think I think going through this beta was a lot better because I actually showcased what it's like running with people during these missions. Master of the Three Evils. Now that was entertaining, but a word to the wise. If you're going to keep using those glowing stones, I'd be more careful. There are dubious individuals in search of such stones, causing all manner of trouble, I hear. At the same time, you wouldn't want to be too careful, would you? I mean, what would be the fun in that? And we pretty much got his entire armor set. Malefactor's helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, and waist guards. The following option has been unlocked within the transform menu. Now we can look like Matsunaga Hisahide. And with that, that is pretty much everything in the Last Chance beta, everybody. And I managed to get it done before an hour was up. So, sweet. So, even though I went through this completely, we managed to defeat the Mizuki, and we managed to... Oh, right, the yokai. We managed to defeat the Mizuki, and we managed to defeat the Ryomen Sakuna. And we managed to beat Matsuhaga. I literally just forgot his name. Hisahide. I'm just going to call him Hisahide. We managed to beat him, and we completed everything. I don't think there's anything else we can collect from this map, because I'm not seeing any red marks. And we are now about to hit the 1 hour mark. So we did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did everything that the game has to offer as far as mission wise and encountering different yokai. Though I didn't get the descriptions of every single yokai, we'll be able to go look through that once I start playing through the game and, you know, I show it off a little bit. I'm not gonna do like a full playthrough on it because I feel like it will take a while for me to get through it from beginning to end, and then I feel like it's going to segue into when One Piece comes out, because this game comes out on the 20th. One Piece comes out 7 days later. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to finish Nioh 2 in 7 days. So I'm not going to do a playthrough on it just because it's going to be so time consuming, and I'm not going to be able to do what I want to with it in time for One Piece to come out, well, literally the month that starts tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to do that, but what I will do before I end the stream, because I only wanted to show off the last couple of missions before the beta ends tomorrow. I kind of want to get that out of the way, and I'll probably go back to playing some more Skyrim, because I'm, working on my Dragon Priest guy. But let's go and look at... Oh, we can remodel, visitation. So, as you know, with visitations, you can have different types of guardian spirits, but you can also have yokai, such as the Sudama and the Nurikabe, which is essentially the wall yokai. For whatever reason, you can have one sitting up inside your crib, for whatever. I don't know why. But the newest one we added was the Itokuri, which is essentially the spider yokai, of which we're going to read about in a second. So, I'll keep him here, just because. But now we can look at the different illustrations. So let's look at the Guardian Spirit one first. So we already know the Hyobishin. We already got that one. Itokuri. This spider spirit is not content to merely protect people. It also likes to alter their fates, taking them down a winding path on the way to their destination. As an example, many loathe Matsunaga Hisahide for his villainy, while others remember him as one of the most cultivated gentlemen of his generations. Either way, his influence was huge and far-reaching, though it remains unclear to what extent an Itokuri was involved. The Itokuri have particular fondness for treasures and historical items that have affected the fates of many. I feel like this Itokuri would be very interested in the One Ring. Some people even venerate the Itokuri merely for a chance to associate with such artifacts. So, the little pot on its back is just an example of what it likes to fancy. And this is what it looks like. Little spider. So it makes me wonder what its special ability is. So we can check that and see what type of, buffs it can give a person overall. But now let's check out the yokai. So now we can look at the secondary descriptions of some of the yokai I didn't look at before, and the full-on descriptions of the boss yokai that we've already faced off against. So, we've already read through the first description of the Gaki, now let's read through the second one. Due to its ever-starving nature, the Gaki is often driven to such a manic state that it mistakes its stationary kin for a human corpse. A Gaki that cannibalizes its kin in this way grows larger, stronger, and far more dangerous. We've seen this happen. When battling a Gaki, be certain to kill any other unmoving Gaki in the vicinity before its brethren turn and do the job for you. It reminds me a little of the golden spider from Ashura's Wrath. Yeah, only the... good old Chakravartin. Let's steal this super angry man's daughter so he can become the god of the new world. Nothing bad'll happen. 2 hours later, Chakravartin gets completely eviscerated and, everyone linked to him fades away, but at least his daughter is safe. I'll never forgive you for making my daughter cry! Ashura literally punches God in the face. Oh boy, such a good game. Yoki, we didn't kill enough of this, but we can read through it. And we can actually change the appearance of what these Yoki look like. So now some of these Yoki have headpieces on them. And different weapons, such as a sword or an axe. So it looks like we can't change its appearance. Oh, wait, it doesn't have a mask on now. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yoki! A human who has turned into an Oni or demon owing to the power of spirit stones. This form of Oni is generally a muscular horned humanoid who dwells in the mountains. Shuten Doji is the most famous example, along with the Oni fought by Momotaro the Peach Boy. Every February in Japan, a ritual called Setsuban is undertaken where citizens scatter beans to drive away Oni and pray for good luck. Enki! Now we can look at the later iterations for it. And then we gotta beat it 20 times to get that last one, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll just wait until I beat it multiple times when the official game comes out. Alright, so we've already read through the first iteration of its description. Let's read through the second one. The famous collections of tales known as the Konjaku Monogatari and Uji Shui Monogatari of the late Heian and Kamakura periods, respectively, also contain stories of simian yokai and their antagonistic encounters with humans. One of the most famous Forest Tales recounts the story of Ozaru, a mountain god in Mimasaka Province, known today as Okayama Prefecture. The people of Mimasaka had a custom of offering a young girl to Ozaru as a sacrifice. Hearing this, a hunter volunteered to take the girl's place, and lay in wait for Ozaru with his 2 hunting dogs. When Ozaru finally showed up with its own monkey underlings, the hunter sprang and held his mark down while his dogs tore into Ozaru's underlings. A frightened Ozaru begged for forgiveness and vowed to never demand a sacrifice again. It is said this vow has never been broken. And no, just for history's sake, Ozaru was not the different form of a Saiyan. Then we have the Ippon Datara. Ippon Datara is a one-legged, one-eyed yokai. It is most commonly encountered in the vicinity of mines, and it is believed to have gained its unsightly form after years of harsh labor as a blacksmith. While it favors wielding weapons such as the hammer or dachi, its powerful leg also makes for a deadly weapon. And you see one of these working inside the blacksmith area with what's her face? I forget her name. Dweller. Pretty standard enemies here, basically like the zombie enemies you encounter in Doom, or just like the most basic of enemies. So Ozaru is the inspiration for both DBZ and King Kong. In a way, yeah. Dwellers are humans turned into yokai by the foul miasma in the depths of a mine. They were objects of loathing and terror for miners, and legends about them circulate wherever a mine with a long history is found. Their grotesquely altered forms inspire instinctive revulsion in all who can bear to view them. And of course we have more descriptions if I beat 40 of them, but I ain't got that kind of time. We'll worry about that once I go through this game more. And then we already know about the Oni-B. Skeleton Warrior! Yokai taking the form of armored skeletons, warriors who are unprepared for their death when it comes, or who take their own lives, return as these angry spirits to roam the battlefield and assault the living indiscriminately. And of course, if I were to play through Nioh and go through some of these enemies that are already in the first game, then we can see the rest of them since I've killed so many of them so many times. Mitsume Yazura. Mitsume Yazura is a 3-eyed, 8-faced yokai born when the souls of various beasts combine. What type of beasts can combine into a humanoid monstrosity like this? I don't know, because humans are the only ones. While its face and legs resemble that of a human, it possesses neither a human's reasoning nor emotional capacity. It is said to lurk in the dark of the forest, springing on the unlucky few who venture nearby and devouring them whole. With what face? Because none of these look like they can swallow a human whole, but then again, I kind of don't want to find out how that works. And Nioh, we already seen this one. Toxic Slime. Toxic Slime is a malleable body that is very resistant to attack. Until you cause it to lunge out, then it exposes its gold head underneath it, and then you hit that, and it instantly dies. At least it does for me. So the key to repelling one is to aim for its glowing core. Some believe that toxic slime is the result of years of aging on a regular slug, while others speak of a failed attempt to manufacture a poison called goo. Aberrant Soldier. We already read the first description, so now let's read the second one. The word ghetto, also ghetto, not ghetto. The word ghetto also carries the general meaning of the being lost or of one who has strayed from an established path. Sado, the left path, also holds the same meaning, as there was an ancient belief that the right side was the true path, whereas the left was the path of evil. That an aberrant soldier's yokai power resides in their left arm can surely not be a mere coincidence. Do not let your guard down when facing an aberrant soldier. Even if they remain at a distance, the shells fired by their left arm can prove deadly. And it's true because it can take out a lot of health. Biwa Boku Boku, a yokai taking the form of a monk playing a biwa lute. The biwa is the yokai itself. The monk, is simply a reflection of Hoichi, the biwa player whose unwise dealings with restless Heike warrior spirits cost him both his ears. Lures intruders deep into places of evil with his eerie melodies. Don't fall prey to the melodies. This is essentially Ember. You know, the ghost Ember from Danny Phantom? This is the Japanese version of that. One of those slimes might be a guy stuck in a video game. Oh no. And then we have Karasu Tengu. Karasu Tengu, giant tengu with wings like a crow's, have been known to humans since ancient times. They have keen eyesight and hard beaks and fly about as they please, controlling the wind. They have no trouble finding perches even on sheer cliff faces and use their control over the winds to attack when provoked, making them a troublesome foe. Seriously, these guys can be real annoying with their ability to dodge your attacks, jump up in the air, and just do roundhouse kicks that can take like a quarter of your health out at a time. It's annoying. Yeah, we already know about the Ubume. Can't wait to find out more descriptions when I kill this thing multiple times. Tesso, we already know about. Can't wait to find out more of its description when I kill it multiple times. We gotta kill this thing 20 times. I'm definitely gonna overlevel myself so we can, I can definitely show you the descriptions when the game comes out. But now we have the horse yokai itself. Mezuki. A Mezuki is a demon with the head of a horse. It can be seen in various picture scrolls depicting images of, torturing the wicked alongside the bull-headed demon Gozuki. However, its appearance in legend has also placed it outside of its underworld dominion. Most notably is one of the demons on parade in the famous Hayaki Yagyo, night parade of 100 demons, that is written about in the Uji Shui Monogatari of the early 13th century. One theory postulates that Mizuki came to be when a large number of humans and horses met their deaths, their grudges and hatred intermingling until finally taking form as the horse-headed demon. Kind of reminds you how Ludwig went out in Bloodborne, and his form is like a grotesque amalgamation of beast, man, and horse. So this is kind of like the Japanese versions of Ludwig of the Holy Blade, a little bit, from Bloodborne. At least that's the inspiration I get. I mean, he's half man, half horse, and he uses a big old sword to, fight. It's a big old cleaver, but you kind of get the idea. Let me see, where was I? After slaughtering victims in droves to rid itself of its lingering resentment, Mizuki finally fell down into, it was sentenced by Enma, the judge of the underworld, to work there for as long as it took to make up for the lives it had brutally taken. Due to the grudge it bears, Mizuki favors wielding weapons that cause pain to its enemies more than those that are effective at ensuring a swift kill. So him and Kisame Hoshigaki would have a lot in common in terms of using weapons that would rather cause constant agony rather than a swift end. Let me scroll down here. As a counterpart to its more malicious and sadistic side, it also has a tendency to recklessly charge at its enemies, displaying less forethought and more similarity to a rampaging horse. That is, until you take out its horns and it's a little bit less dangerous. I would love to go to some of these parades and festivals when I visit Japan one day, at least on 2 of them. Me too, one day. I would love to just go to Japan in general, just to take in the sights and everything. It's one of my places on my bucket list to go. One might attribute its dual nature to its mixed human and horse origins. If you face Mizuki in battle, dodging its charges and attacking it from behind will surely lead you to victory, as, we've already seen. Ryomen Sukuna. So now we can read its other descriptions since I helped other people defeat it a couple of other times. Each of Ryomen Sukuna's halves possesses its own temperament. The red demon fights like fire, violently and aggressively, while the blue demon fights like ice with cool-headed cunning. And you can see how cunning it was because the tracking on its arrows were ridiculous and I hated it every single time. The key to defeating Ryomen Sukuna is to tailor your approach to the half you are facing. Attacking each half with the element it is vulnerable is also sure to give you an advantage in battle. While Ryomen Sukuna was recorded as a cruel yokai in the Nihon Shoki, there are many tales originating from Hida province that describe it differently. In the most memorable of these tales, Ryomen Sukuna is described as the hero that vanquished the demon Shichina and a poisonous dragon, leading it to be worshipped at temples and shrines. It is perhaps appropriate to conclude that just like countless other gods and yokai, Ryomen Sukuna could be both a benevolent Nigitama or malevolent Aratama as the situation demanded. So he could, I guess in legend, it could basically switch sides. He could be good or evil, and he could just switch it. Just like he has 2 different personalities and 2 different sides. Yeah, either one could benefit humanity or, you know, cause its downfall. And we know about the Kodama, and that's pretty much it for the yokai. There is nothing else for me to really showcase aside from, you know, just playing with other people. But the main attractions have all been done. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, folks. I just wanted to go ahead and make sure that we played through all of this last chance beta before the game, you know, comes out later this upcoming March. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming out to see me tonight. I know I said I was going to do this this evening. Sorry if it took a little longer than expected. But I had a fun time with this beta. I'm looking forward to this game. This is another game I'm going to add on to my bookshelf. I got to reorganize it and move a whole bunch of stuff over because you guys know that I've always had the same stuff sitting up here. So I got to do a little bit of remodeling for my room as a whole, but in order to fit more stuff on my shelf. So overall, I'm looking forward to the final changes that they're going to have for Nioh, and, you know, take advantage of things that they're more than likely going to buff out and nerf later into the game, because I'm pretty sure people are going to figure out a way to cheese a lot of bosses, of which I will partake if they're giving me trouble. I am not going to lie, I've done it before and I will do it again. But overall, from what I've been playing of Nioh 2, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people like to think that this is just Nioh 2 DLC, but I just see it as a whole separate game, so I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. Regardless of how long it is or how short it is, I feel like it's going to be just as long as Nioh 1, if not longer. So we'll just have to see where it goes from there. But overall, I'm looking forward to Nioh 2 coming out. And, you know, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in the next video. Thank you for just showing support for this channel. You guys don't know how much it means to me, but I am blessed to be able to do this. So, you know, I don't mind. Next time, I want to hear your best English Nobunaga or Jimmy Stewart soon. I'll make sure I look at I'll make sure I look at both of their English both the voices, English voice of Nobunaga, and check out some Jimmy Stewart so I can do some comparisons. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in the next video. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.